Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. What? This don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
No holding back!
Now you see this'll be a piece of cake! Swallow dance!
Raging
Here I
sword!
go! It's over!
The agile ones.
Come one, come all! It's too much! Did you hear it? Oh, flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still? Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Thank you!
Why, thank you, your lordship!
And will you lay down your life?
Well, I mean, hey, no complaints here! Prepare to be sealed, though.
Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Show thy mystic mercy. Talon hurricane! Very circle. Okay, here I go. This one's all mine. Begin. I'm ready. In an instant. Impact claw. Demon Fang! Armor won't save you! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! I'll tear you apart! Ignite! Catapult! You're ready! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang! Now I'm in trouble! Here I come!
So you clamor for my true power?
Begin!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Rising Wyvern!
Where are you going?
Heal!
Heal force! Dance in the wind! In here!
You take this!
Don't mind if I do!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Luna Rondo! Soda! I'm on it! Soaring Light Spear! Rising Falcon!
This is some punishment.
You'll pay for
Dance in
that!
the wind! Ready to go! Air thrust! Both...
Take this!
Wind astral energy!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Luna Rondo! Luna Rondo! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I can feel my precision improving. A really bad feeling about this.
There you go! I feel like me
Ignite!
again!
Let the marksman
Rising Wyvern!
One more! Don't mind if I do.
Luna
Airborne
Rondo!
beast. My special. Raging storm!
Wind!
Wind!
Got fires!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Spear! All yours!
Photon, do it out loud. That's Eon. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Come and face me!
I'll bring you back from death to this. Thunder!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Not today! Flash the shot! First strike!
Go!
Luna Rondo!
One more!
Soaring Light Spear!
I'm all
You're out!
set.
Dance! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! You're finished!
Water! Hear my people! Dead! Here!
Here I come!
Burning!
Rising Wyvern!
Water! Hear my
Soaring Light
call!
Spear!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
May tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're... Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
This one's mine.
Demon Fang!
Flame of fury! Burning strike! It's a duel beyond! Glacial spear!
Here I come!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for
You
yours
picked the wrong
truly!
fight! I'll take you all on!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! Now!
So much for...
Astral energy! Full throttle! Water, hear my call!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
I'll smash you!
You're mine! You're on!
Don't mind if I do!
I'm not done!
Rising
Wyvern!
Wyvern! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that
Demon
vein.
Fang!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Take this!
Thank you. These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart for your heart's content.
Here I come!
I'm out!
Swallow Blade! Do it! Demon Fang! You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
We've reached our destination.
I've caught a good amount of fish, as it turns out. Oh, you've seen...
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving? Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Where are you going?
It's so dead! Lunar Rondo!
Reload!
Rising
I'm not so
Falcon!
good with airborne targets.
Purification!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Vermin Splendor! Arch Seal!
You're mine! Slash! Slash the stone!
Here's evil! Quiver Flash!
Lunar Rondo! You're on!
I'm ready!
Severing Wind! Hurricane Thrust! Lunar Rondo!
Do it! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Right, next one.
Demon Fang!
Already on.
Where are you going? More from the
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! Soaring Light Spear! Hurricane
Do it!
Thrust!
Too much to handle?
Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Those bombs of yours are
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah! Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear! Stardust!
Dragon Shell! I'll finish
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! We got flyers!
I've got this! But a marksman here!
Severing Wind! All yours!
Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I think I'm getting stronger.
regret this! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Bongo! Soaring Light Spear!
Annihilation!
Demon Cut!
Flying spree! Look at me turn! Still!
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Annihilation! Raging
Lightning Shot!
I'll finish you here and now! All day!
The Talon Hurricane!
In here!
Demon Cut!
One
Here I
more!
come!
Radiant Spear!
Rising
Shouldn't have
Wyvern!
messed with me!
Pixar! Lunar Bongo! Soaring Light Smoke! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
I'm just getting
Moon
started!
Escape!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
You got company!
Demon Cut!
If it's in the sky,
not
it's
done.
mine!
Won't save you!
Not in your dreams!
Dragon Shell! Rising Wyvern!
Lightning Orb!
on!
From
Swallow Blade! Demon Cut!
dance in the wind!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
I'll be
Not today!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
So much for sitting this fight out.
We're on the home plate now!
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me! The shadows!
You're mine! Rising
Where
Wyvern!
are you going?
You're mine! You're
Get
on!
on in there with the others!
Swallow
Here's a
Blade!
healing art!
Plasma Shock!
First aid!
There you go.
Hard to heal!
Take this! Swallow Blade!
None
Demon
shall
Cut!
escape my judgment!
Lunar Bongo! Demon Cut! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
This one's all mine!
Now!
You're mine!
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Excited!
Not a chance!
I'm on it!
You're on!
Hurricane!
Flash! Rising Wyvern! Soaring Light Spear!
Burn your field! Glacial Spear!
I'm on it!
Demon
Freeze Lancer!
A victory for the ages.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it.
This one's mine!
It's over!
Dragon Shell! Lightning Orb! Lightning Tornado! Thunderblade! Gemini Aqua!
I'm not done.
Annihilation!
You're on! Plasma Shock!
I'll run you through!
Vanquish Darkness!
Demon Cut!
Healing
Now
Orb!
you see what I can do!
That's my cue!
There you go!
Shut him down!
Do it!
Okay. Look sharp! Lightning
Tiger
Tiger
Blade!
Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Darkness! Radiant! Here! Let the marksman
I'll
handle
finish you
this!
here and
Burn
now!
hell!
Do it!
Rising Wyvern!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Glacial Spear!
You're mine!
I'm on it!
Shining Supernova! Freeze Lancer!
First strike!
Hear my call! Ready!
Remote!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had. Let's dispose of the
I'm
crowd.
surrounded! Dragon Shell!
Confiscated!
You're mine!
Take this!
It's like
These
trying to
sticks
keep up
have got
with
your
the wall.
name on them!
Where are you going?
Here I come.
Showtime! Raging Cascade!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Kisara!
Leave the...
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Will this help?
Not a chance! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Hurricane shot!
Do it! Eagle God! Astral energy! Full throttle! Radiant darkness!
Swallow dance! I'm on a roll
Take this!
now!
Rising Wyvern!
Mega Ray! Spirit Flame!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rongo!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'm even stronger than before.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
What's this thing?
Looks like trouble with capital T!
Together, we've got this!
Now or never.
Sleep now.
Lunar Rongo!
This one's mine.
Glimmer Dragon! You're on! Take this!
I can carve through armor!
Demon Cut!
Slide! Eagle
I'm not
Drive!
done!
Talon P6 has got your name on him!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rongo!
What a relief! I'm sorry to say, boss.
We've all got enough of it.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon shell!
I'm not done!
Well, someone seems
Nothing new about that.
and still as humble as ever. I can feel my precision improving.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here. Quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Burn in hell!
Not on my watch!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Lunar Rongo! Mirage! Plasma shot!
Lunar blast! I'm also right in the dead!
Here I come!
Now! Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
I'll finish you here and now!
Here I come!
Lightning condensed! Thunderblast!
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Mirage! Eat this! Plasma shot!
Apart!
Read that energy!
Mirage!
Roll now!
Fluid
In
kick!
here!
Rising Wyvern! Shut up! Demon
Red
Fang!
light! Storm! Magic astral energy! Full throttle!
Demon Fang! You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Mirage!
With this, I can become even stronger. Get lost!
They got me flanked!
Rising Wyvern!
Not on my watch!
Here I come! Strike! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Mirage!
One more!
Do it!
Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Lightning McDonald! This one's mine!
Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rongo! Mirage! through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang!
Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo! Thunder
You're
Field!
mine! Rising Wyvern!
Raging Cascade!
Eat this! I'll finish you here and now!
Thank you!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Now! Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle! We won that by a mile! This will be a delicious piece of cake!
In a vine?
Vanquish
mine!
Dark!
Mirage!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Blast!
Gemini Aqua!
Here I come! Burn
I
in
heal
hell!
you all!
Rising
Raging
Wyvern!
Just getting started!
Heroes are
Blast!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Freezing storm! Ice Fire!
I can carve through armor!
Crush!
Dragon Shout!
Lunar
I'll
Rondo!
finish you here and now!
Try harder!
Eagle
Wyvern!
Assault!
Rising Wyvern!
Gemini Aqua!
These fists have got your name on them!
Photon Hurricane!
Prepare to be sealed on
Astral energy! Actually,
Sound is more appropriate.
let's talk even more doers!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! This one's mine!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Dance in the wind! Go! Mega Ray!
Flash!
Now you see what I can do!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning condemned! Do it! Thunderblade! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Thousand
Not a
Gales!
chance.
Carry it across!
Swallow Blade!
Now I'm in trouble!
All mine!
Hey, that...
Demon Fang!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I can't kill you forever! Firm
Take
right!
this! Burn!
Spirit Flame! Reload!
Take this!
Here's a... I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard. Oh, this looks nice and tough. This realm doesn't seem like such...
Easy peasy. I knew I could...
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. We'd best get ready for tomorrow. Shall we get moving?
Have you guys checked your... equipment lately?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
No choice.
Where are you going?
You're mine! Lunarondo!
Here!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! You're on! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Damn it! All yours! Stardust!
Anything in armor is all
Toast
mine!
it! Now! Lock! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
You're mine!
Already on!
Swallow blade!
Glimmer dragon!
Lunarondo! Soaring right spear! Hurricane
In the
Blast!
sky! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now!
Do it!
I'm on it!
There's more where that came from.
They got me flanked!
I never miss!
I'm not done!
Dragon shell!
Lunarondo!
Radiant
Hit him! Eagle assault!
Shot!
What's this?
Lunarondo!
Mega Ray!
These
Dance
sticks
to the
have got your name on them!
Pesky airborne.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Tempest Whirl!
Run!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best. You got company!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Not in your dreams!
Lunarondo!
Here! In the sky is mine!
Take this! Rising Wyvern! Burn in hell!
Bullseye! Watson!
Rising Wyvern!
Fine free!
What you think? Just sit still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Soaring light spear!
That's my cue!
We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Law's on it!
I'll heal you all!
Right!
Here goes!
Now I'm in the groove!
I can do this all day! Do they not teach you to say thank you in Dana? Not to a Renan, we don't.
I'm not done! Lunarondo!
Law! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I
wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
Get lost!
All mine! I'm not done!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Here! Whoa! Not in your dreams! Raging
Bongo!
Here! Friend!
Denied!
One more time!
It's over!
Shattering the...
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Here I come!
Projection!
Lunar Bongo!
Shield!
Smash you!
By the power of Potter!
I'll tear you apart! Do it!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Now! Here I come!
Lightning!
Mirage!
Downfall!
Plasma shock! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Raging cascade!
Swallow on a roll now!
Field! Freeze
Come
Blade!
on!
Get on in there with the others! I never miss!
Good!
Red
Swallow
Left!
Blade!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
I can feel my power growing!
Out of our way! Come through!
Take this! You picked the wrong fight! Rising Wyvern!
I'll tear you apart!
Lightning condensed!
Mirage!
Thunderblade!
Swallow Blade!
One more time!
Demon Fang!
Gemini Aqua!
Eagle Fly!
You're mine! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Now I'm in the groove! The enemy really are too.
We'll soon see about that!
Mirage! Plasma shock!
Tornado!
Eat this!
Demon Fang!
Lightning condensed! Hey then!
Double Demon Fang!
Hey then! Now see that you don't get in trouble again. Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Run in the red! Where are you going?
Lunar
None
Bongo!
shall escape my judgment!
Swallow this!
Plasma shock!
I can do this all
Lunar
day!
Bongo! Rising
Glacial Spear!
What armor won't save you!
Freeze
Here I
Laser!
come! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
To action! Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Rising Wyvern!
I'll heal you
Lunar Bongo! You're mine! Mirage!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Now I'm in the groove!
From one, come on!
Here's the raging!
Here I come!
Freeze Laser!
Over so soon?
Little help!
Demon Fang!
I'm surrounded!
Rising Wyvern!
Here!
Lunar Eater!
Gushy Nail! Razor Red!
Mirage!
Gemini Aqua!
Rising Wyvern! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Plasma shock!
Here!
I'm on it!
Mirage!
Now I'm in the groove! Shattering the pieces! Attack!
Gemini Aqua!
Lunar Bongo! Great!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking,
Now!
more
Long!
power!
Get toasty!
Bird strike! Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Gisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being an... Forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Going. Radiant here! Evil! I'm just getting glacial spear! Here's evil! Raging cascade!
You got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Here I come! All yours! Rising Wyvern!
Ice tornado!
Do it!
They got me flanked!
Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
May 1,000 gales carry you!
Now I'm in the
groove! Luna Rocket!
Instant!
Mirage! Strike! Slap
Annihilation!
Here I come!
Raging
Ruin
Star!
Gate! Luna Rocket!
Dance in the wind! Dragon here!
Rising Wyvern!
Get on in there!
Luna
Now,
Rocket!
Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm on it! Hey, when did I get so popular?
Mind if I do?
Dragon does it!
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern!
Now you see what I can do! Flying free!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
Training's paying off!
Do it!
No complaints here!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Glacial
Take
spear!
this!
Pierce evil!
Strike! Rising Wyvern!
Raging
Get
blaze!
out of this!
Up and at him! Let's go!
Rising Wyvern! Burn in hell!
Annihilation! Here
You're
goes!
mine!
Let's
Right!
go!
Hurrah!
Raging
I'm just getting started!
Here my own!
Do it!
Lost! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
What's that big tower over there?
I hate camping out.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training, too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. Night! I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. Not this way, I guess. Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Take this! Rising Fire! You're mine! You're mine! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Leave the charge was mine.
Here I come! Wait! This one's all mine! Not today!
Got it. Now's our chance. Do not. Dance in the wind. Heal. Can't be held.
Stay away from my friends!
I've let you all down.
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Tempest Whirl. All right.
Enjoy.
It's
You're
showtime.
mine! Rising Stop! Demon Fest! Demon Fest!
Everyone still doing all right?
Never mind us. You worry about you, Rinwell.
Right. I I still got fight in me yet!
Demon Plant! Demon Plant! Demon Plant! No! Fall. Can't end here!
Dance in the wind!
Die.
Air thrust! Light act dance in the wind! Air thrust! Light I'm sorry.
Finished?
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
This one's mine!
You're mine!
I'll hear you all!
Tayoya, who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
It's unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Freeze Lancer!
Try harder! Demon Cow!
Lightning Condemned!
Demon Cow! Burn in hell!
Fall.
With darkness!
Demon Cow! You're mine!
Fall.
I'll hear you all!
Double Demon Fang!
Healing Circle!
You're mine! Rising Viper! Dark Flame!
Astral Energy!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Mega Red! Be still! Puddle!
You're mine!
Here's a healing
Rondo!
Here.
Searing and
Demon Fang!
Lightning
Demon Fang!
Let the marksman handle this! Tempest Swirl! Swallow!
You're mine!
Fall.
Lightning Condemned! Healing
Here I
Circle!
come!
Die! Back into the
Why'd you heal me?
To stop me dying?
Away!
Heart Seal! To the fray!
Demon Fang!
Not my watch!
Far
enough! Here's my zone! Red!
Demon Fang! You're mine!
I'll heal you all!
Here I come!
Thunder Heal!
Smash you!
Fall.
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Not today!
Show me.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time. Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shiona's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renins!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that.
Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.